So happy Easter, everyone. It's great to see you tuning in to us. Hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are. We are certainly having a good time here. We're broadcasting to you from the Hawkswell Theatre through the Model YouTube channel and Facebook page. And we're very happy today to welcome a great bunch of musicians again. So we have members of the Sligo Baroque Orchestra. They're going to play two lesser-known composers by the name of Paisiello and a German composer by the name of Fasch. Rod is great for picking composers that people might not have heard of before, so very enjoyable music. The other part of the afternoon is Steve Wickham, a great known fiddler from the Waterboys and NoCrows and several other bands. And he will be joined by Ray Coen on guitar and vocals and fiddle, and myself. So really half of NoCrows will be here and playing some new tunes, some old tunes, and a few songs for you as well. So if you're enjoying the afternoon, I hope you can give us a bit of money. So there's a link underneath this video and in your email. And please keep us going so we can have another year of broadcasting. Hopefully we'll be live before the year is out. And many thanks also to the Arts Council for their continued support.
So we are going to play a piece written by Paisiello. Paisiello was principally trained in Naples, where he first established his reputation as a composer. He was known mostly as a composer of opera in the 18th century, but as well as opera, he wrote quite a lot of instrumental works for like keyboard concertos, string and flute quartets, and works for harpsichord and violin as well. But he was mainly known for his operatic works, of which he wrote over 80, I think. His style is thought to have influenced composers such as Mozart, and possibly Mozart may have taken or stolen a few of his ideas for some of his works. Today we are going to play his second quartet, opus 23, written for flute, violin, viola and cello. I hope you enjoy it.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here playing for Sligo, the Informal Music Afternoon with Sligo Baroque, and playing a couple of tunes with my friend here, Ray, and Anna later on. And this is a tune called The Hare. We're lucky to live in the mountain where I live, and I see them gambling and playing around about in springtime. So this is The Hare. Something like that. Yeah. This is a song I wrote. I went out for a walk with my son on the beach, and he was philosophizing to me, and he was about 12 or 13 years of age. And I realised we're all philosophers at heart. So this is a song called The Song of Lost Things. And it was about a girl I knew when I was growing up called Rosaline Carney. And Rosaline, if you're out there and looking at this, fair play to you. I just found you on Facebook recently, so I've been looking for you for years. So here we go.
Remember the day we'd walk down by the river, catch a little trout, maybe catch another, and all the while the streams go gently bubbling by. And we gathered up the twigs as we set to light a fire, and the sun up in the sky was climbing higher and higher, and all the while the streams go gently tumbling by. But Rosaline, where are you? Rosaline, where are you? And then there were the times we'd be climbing up on the mountain, looking up at the stars. Then we'd start to count a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5, and on we'd go.
And you take out a map, and I'll take out a compass, looking for a clue or something that will help us to find a merry way back home.
it's many's the happy day, out walking by the ocean, sharing all our dreams, all the wonderful notions. The gulls laughing all the while, the tide's still coming in. And we danced upon the sands as we contemplated nature, and the moon came up like a complicated creature and shone her pale light down upon us all. Rosaline, where are you? Where are you? Rosaline, where are you? Rosaline, where are you? Where are you? Rosaline, where are you?
So in 1982, when the first Gulf War was going on, I was living in Paris and busking around the streets of Paris in around Saint-Michel, and the smell of coffee and food, and the smell of this man that came up to me one night with 2 plastic bags, one full of newspapers and the other full of perfume bottles, empty perfume bottles. He was about 5'2" in height, and I could smell him from about 40 yards away. And he came up to me and says, I could hear you playing the violin. He says, do you mind if I sing a song? Sure, I said. I was about 22 years of age, 21 years of age. And I said, sure, yeah. Come on, tell me your story. He told me a story. His father was a psychiatrist. But he sang this song, the Beatles song, When I Get Older, when I'm 64. When I get older, losing my hair. And he started singing, and he gathered a huge crowd around him in Saint-Michel, and all the people started throwing loads of money at us. And we gave it to him, and he said he'd be back the next night, but he never showed up again. But sometimes on the breeze, I get that smell. It's a smell of a wild animal. It's like when you go to the zoo. It's the smell of a human being gone feral, gone wild. And every now and again I think of him, and this is a song for him. It's called Pascal.
Et le vent qui souffle à l'appel de la lune, et les feuilles qui tombent sous la bourrasque, ne reste que l'arbre nu après leur chute. Et Pascal descend, le boulevard aux feuilles mortes. I hear your name, Pascal, and I cry. He lays his body down by a dirty old canal, and sleep comes slow, 'cause he's bothered by the smell. He dreams he is a bird, a beautiful white swan, and he doesn't want to wake, 'cause the dream's so good. one shines a light. It wakes him from his sleep. It's pouring down with rain. It's time to move along. Deep down in his coat, he's looking for a light. And he wonders to himself, how on earth did it ever get this bad? When the morning sun shines a light on you, Pascal, I cry. When the morning sun gives a heat to you. And the wind she blows to the calling of the moon, and the leaves fall from the blowing of the wind. Now the tree lay bare from the falling of the leaves. Pascal walks down the leafy boulevard.
Okay, I think we'll continue with one of our newer tunes. What do you reckon? We'll give it a go. This is a tune that myself and Steve wrote about a year ago, nearly, in lockdown.
Yeah.
And once we were able to get together, we got together in gardens and wrote a few tunes together. And little do we know, we called it the grand opening up of 2020, because we had these visions that, by September we'll all be playing gigs again and out happy in the pubs and playing sessions. So we called it the grand opening of 2020. We have to change the title, I think.
Well, maybe something did open up that we don't know about anyway.
Yeah. Unlike gigs opened up. Hold on now, check tuning.
those that have come to Informal Music Afternoons over the last 11 years or whatever, or have watched online over the last 12 months, will know that we rather enjoy going down the byways of Baroque music. And although we do play Bach, Handel, or Telemann, Vivaldi, we also very much enjoy exploring composers that are less normally played. And this afternoon, one of the composers we're playing is Johann Friedrich Fasch, who was a German composer, almost an exact contemporary of Johann Sebastian Bach, on Handel, on Telemann, and in many ways his early years were very similar to Bach's, including spending a time at Leipzig and also forming a Collegium Musicum in Leipzig, as Bach did. But then he worked for a few courts in low positions, got a job. His first real break, was in the court of Count Martzan in Prague, where he became Kapellmeister and served there for 2 years. About 35 years later, Haydn, first break, was also in the same court in Prague, also as Kapellmeister, before he got his job with Esterházy. Fasch from Prague, rather reluctantly, it's said, took the job as Kapellmeister and composer at the court of Anhalt-Zerbst. And Zerbst was not a very magnificent court. It didn't compare with Dresden or Frederick the Great's court in Potsdam. But it was very enthusiastic about music. And under Fasch, who stayed there for the rest of his life, it expanded to being a very active musical establishment. He was very highly thought of. Bach copied quite a number of his works, and some of them still exist in Bach's hand. And he was thought of very highly by his employer, so he would go off and spend 6 months on full pay with his chums in the court in Dresden. That was with Heineken and Pisendel. He wrote a lot of instrumental music, a lot of chamber music, and he would be, although we had some argument on this earlier, but he would have been rather different from Bach. He was more forward-looking, and he developed themes more in the classical style rather than the fugal methods of Bach. We're playing a quartet where the cello most of the time is an obbligato part, not playing continuo, just harpsichord continuo, with also flute and violin. It's in 4 short movements.
welcome back. That was wonderful music. We're going to continue on now our section of the show with a little tune that I wrote about 10 years ago, a song called Shine On. 2, 3, 4. Well, they don't know you like I do. They don't know what you've been through. They're not prepared to. And to find the time to seek a trace of your head space, to see you shine on. And they say the light is special round here. Somehow the color's more clear. Well, it may be true. But that's not for me to say. Though I saw something one day as the light shone on you. But they don't know you like I do, and I don't ever want them to. So we're going to try 2 hornpipes next that I wrote. The first one is a lockdown tune written about a year ago. The second one is a tune I wrote 20 years ago in a bar in Amsterdam. It was Paddy's Day in Amsterdam. I think it was 2000, the year 2000, and there was a load of
2,000 years ago you wrote.
Yeah, yes. Well, you know, I love the old tunes. Anyways, yeah, I'll tell you later. 20 years ago I wrote the second one. And it goes something like this.
Okay, well, I'm going to play my most played tunes. It's called Dunford's Fancy, and I wrote it for a chap called Steve Dunford, who lives out in Mayo there. And this second tune is a slow air, or it's teamed up with another tune called Slow Air for Pearl, which I wrote for my lovely mother-in-law, Pearl, who passed away a few years ago. And they go like this. Well, here we are, Luke, and it's time to say goodnight. And it's been a pleasure playing for Sligo Baroque. And this is a song written during the lockdown called All Will Be Well.
Oh, come all ye people, afraid and concerned, pay close attention to what I have learned. Time's but a shadow, it moves with the sun, so don't let it stop you, get your work done. And step real light when you walk on the land, for a child of the future she's holding your hand. Talk to the plants, though it might seem absurd. Talk to the plants and the bees and the birds. Roots may wither and branches decay, but the fruits of tomorrow are flowers today. All will be well. 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 Well, imagine your future, dig your past, but live in the present, for it does not last. The wide raging river is still a small stream. High in the mountains the sea is her dreams. All will be well. All will be well. All will be well. All will be well. All will be well.